Sorry, Zed's peeing.
Wait, is it playing?
Yeah, we're recording. No, I was doing the intro. I was waiting for the sounded like you were peeing. I heard water pour.
I was peeing in my water jar.
All right, good. Now we're warmed up. And here's the intro of our show.
Welcome to Going Through Health with Gordy and Zed.
Where wellness gets a fun twist. I'm Gordy Jenkins, a natural foods entrepreneur, and with me is Dr. Zed DeBout, our resident trained Stanford MD. We are former college swim teammates turned best friends, and now your guide to this crazy world of health trends and fitness hacks with a focus on getting the science right. Get ready for a wild ride. This is Going Through Health with Gordy and Zed. Ho, 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 Zed. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. This is a special loose fit stocking stuffer episode. And so yeah, this one's a little bit more casual, similar to our Thanksgiving Vegemite one, but without the Vegemite. We're going to talk to you a little bit about a study that Zed found this week that he came across, play a little holiday health quiz, talk a little bit about what's going on in the new year and what we have going on before we wrap up with a little holiday version of the Fastfire Questions, Zed. So, yeah, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. How you doing?
And happy holidays and Merry Christmas Eve and a ho, ho, ho to you too.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry if during the intro it was picking up on me banging around on my desk. I just learned this cool, because I try to lean back from the mic during the intro for good mic etiquette. But I found that if I lean back and slouch just right, it looks like my microphone is wearing headphones.
Wow. That is some hard-hitting stuff to lead with.
Did you see that?
Oh, yeah. No, that was good.
It's a Christmas miracle. All right.
Christmas miracle to start things off. Zay, before we really get into that interesting stuff and unpack this special holiday stocking stuffer brought to you by Gordy and Zed, what have you learned while going through health this week?
All right. Well, just in time for the holidays, kind of a gift from the Grinch, if you will, the famous gift giver of Christmas.
I'm not sure you're familiar with the Grinch, but all right. Yeah.
I think it's a European thing. But no, so this is the topic is ultra processed food intake and psoriasis. So kind of two of my personal favorite things.
Yeah, you love these.
Coming together for the first time.
Yeah, I like that.
Simon and Garfunkel. Yeah. All right, so this is from the JAMA Dermatology. JAMA. Also a very prestigious journal, Dermatology.
JAMA, prestigious.
Just a little free jingle for them. But, so this was published November 27th, 2024. And that is this very year. But anyway, so point is, study design. This was a cross-sectional study, one of the best types of sections. And it was using this data from this big Nutrinet Santé cohort. This cohort from November of 2021 through June of 22. And it included 18,500 participants aged 15 and older. And participants were classified by psoriasis status. So never had it, and then non-active psoriasis or inactive psoriasis.
Never had it, want to have it, curious.
Yeah. Curious, psoriasis, curious. and then the study assessed ultra-processed food. They abbreviated it UPF, which was kind of confusing. So they assessed that UPF intake and its association with psoriasis. So results-wise, 10% of participants had it, 4% had active, and then the active psoriasis group had a higher proportion of males and higher BMI. So higher BMI males, kind of the highest yield for psoriasis. And then they noticed that results found that there was a higher UPF intake was associated with active psoriasis. And then comorbidities such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and inflammatory bowel disease were more frequent in the active psoriasis group as well. So just kind of some takeaways and thoughts. So even after in this population, they adjusted for age, BMI, alcohol intake, and other comorbidities, the results remained significant in that there was still this higher association of active psoriasis with this ultra-processed food intake. What do you think about that?
I don't like it. I mean, I like it. I mean, I know, I believe it. I'm just saying I don't like to hear that, Zed, because that's not a good thing. Because I know how much of our food, or not GTH with Gordy and Zed's food, but the country's food, the world's food is ultra processed, and that's a bit alarming. Then that it is throwing off all your bodily systems, seemingly, if it's causing psoriasis, right?
Yeah, just this association between this ultra processed food intake with this pro-inflammatory disease state that is psoriasis, and this is all like separate from high BMI and everything. So it seems pretty closely associated. So yeah, maybe put down that candy cane and that mince pie, and and save your skin.
It's the mince pie that is getting people. I'm sure it's a bunch of really overweight people from like the 1910s or something like that. I don't know.
I don't think I should have to apologize for watching Great British Bake Off holiday episode last night.
That's what it is. Yeah, but that's actually a good thing to hear too, though, because like I'll go through phases where I'm very good about watching what I eat in terms of eating very clean, and then I'll go through phases where maybe like I'm training a lot and I'm training hard and I need more calories, and I start craving things that aren't really healthy, or I start getting frustrated with the amount of volume I have to eat to meet the protein demands, or I make excuses for myself or something. It's just easy to do something quick, or you can pick up, or whatever's available. But it's interesting to know that even when adjusting it for like how much you're eating, alcohol, like any processed food is causing damage. Whether you're overweight or not, it's still doing stuff to your body, is what this study's telling me.
And yeah, do you mind showing us your knees and your elbows, your extensor surfaces, please?
Well, I'll show you this. My shirt. That's for my brother-in-law. It's like, thank you, my man.
That's funny you're wearing that, because I just got my New Year's costume in the mail today, and it's also elf related. So,
all right, let's pause for 1 second. What's a New Year's costume?
Because we're having a themed New Year's party.
Okay, that's good context. That's good context.
The
if you just dressed
New
up
Year's
costume, yeah, of course. So what?
The
so
Grinch.
It's an elf. It's elf related.
Yeah. I'm gonna be. I don't think. Well, actually, maybe some of the other people will be.
Maybe you're going to have to upload a picture next time we see it.
I'll save it as a surprise. We'll do a picture. Yeah.
No spoiler, and we'll do an update next time. But if the elf, know that it's very close to wizard, and that I could be pretty stern with my no more embargo on that.
Let's just say you may be familiar with his father in The Hobbit. All right.
Oh no.
All right. So, anyways, to wrap up this study real quick, there are some study limitations, including like the participants, this cohort, they self-reported their psoriasis status, and there is some question of whether it's truly representative sample of the general population. And obviously, well, I say obviously, but just to be known that cross-sectional study designs, there are some limits in terms of what you can draw conclusion-wise about causality.
All right. Well, consider myself limited. Thank you.
All right.
That's actually interesting, though. That is really interesting. Yeah. All right. So I'm guessing psoriasis, without even going into what exactly is the root of why psoriasis, but like I said, it's kind of the canary in the coal mine that something's off.
Yeah, it's one of these, not endpoints, but like signifiers of inflammatory process in the body. And so there can be these different outcomes and maybe manifest in different ways. And of course, there's a lot of overlap, the center of the Venn diagram, for these inflammatory processes and observable kind of phenotypic disease states. But yes, it seems to indicate, or at least be closely associated with this way, or this diet that we know to cause inflammation and affect other disease processes as well.
Interesting. Cool. That's very exciting news before I eat my Christmas dinner of canola oil and cereal in a bowl of canola oil.
and thankfully, this episode should come out after most people's Christmas feasting, so can kind of have that
timely.
Nice post-Christmas guilt.
That's what we do. Another thing we do here, Zed, is a Christmas health quiz. Apparently, I see a note board on the outline, but I do not know what to say. Other than that, can you tell us more? What we got going on?
All right. Well, let me first ask you this first quiz question. What's a gift that no one can take away from you, Gordy?
A gold medal. Oh, a gold medal. Is that right?
Yeah, let me call up Lance Armstrong and see, and see if he got to keep all his gold
All
medals.
right, fair enough, man. All right, a gift that no one can take. Is that a riddle?
I guess.
Nothing. Is it nothing? Like you can't take nothing away from me. I don't know. What is it?
It's knowledge. So this Christmas health quiz will hopefully instill a fun bit of Christmas trivia knowledge and health knowledge to, to better your life in the new year. You asked for it.
You set me up with the Lance Armstrong, but knowledge, and then like over here I'm just like dementia. No, not worth making. Not appropriate. All right, next. All right, let's get going.
Moving on. All right. So, question 1 in our historical winter holiday health quiz. All right. Which winter holiday tradition involves using mistletoe, a plant known for its antioxidant properties and ancient healing rituals?
You give me choices.
I always forget the choices. It's kind of a short answer.
I like that. So wait, several? All right, here we go. And these are cultures that existed at what point of time? Right,
Could be, yeah. Again, long answer. All right, so A, Saturnalia.
Saturnalia. That's what I would go with.
It's Saturnalia night, and I ain't got no. Yep, Saturnalia. Yule. B. C. Hanukkah. D. Christmas.
All right. So the holiday involving mistletoe, Zed.
Yep.
Unless this is a trick question, I'm gonna go with Christmas as the one involving. No, wait a minute. What's Yule though? Yule and Christmas are similar. Saturnalia. I'm gonna go with Christmas. It's a Christmas themed episode. D. It's not Christmas. It's holiday. Fuck.
Well, nice try, Gordy. You idiot. It's actually answer is B. Yule. So druids, which you may be familiar with.
Damn it! Everything comes back to your wizard books.
They used to use mistletoe for its healing properties. But I see why Christmas would be confusing.
Yeah, very confusing. I can't help but think I've heard of it. Zed, let's do a little wager. Okay, last time after we recorded, we recorded our our Great Steak of London episode last week. Right after we stopped recording, and I was like, "Oh, that was really good." Like, here's some things you can work on, just like I normally do afterwards. No, but, that doesn't actually happen. But we were just like, hey, cool. And then you just like whipped out Elvish on me. You started like speaking in like some tongue of that. If I get 2 of the next, how many more questions do I have?
No,
5 questions.
Some of these are easy though. If
I get 3, will you say something in that language?
I will. I will say the one piece that I memorized from, I think, the Fellowship of the Ring.
All right, let's do it. Let's go, baby. I'm motivated.
Do it for the team. All right.
Doing it, baby.
All right. Question number 2.
This is getting real.
During the winter solstice celebrations, winter solstice, very recent, ancient cultures often focused on the return of the sun. Which modern health condition is linked to the lack of sunlight during winter months? And if you don't get this one, I'm going to be, you know what. All right. A, seasonal affective disorder, SAD. B, osteoporosis. C, hypertension. D, sunlight diabetes.
Sunlight
nice.
diabetes.
Top of the hat to you, my good sir.
Well, Zed, I'm going to go with A. No, this is me. I'll go with A. Seasonal affective disorder. That sounds piratey.
It did. Slash the pirate. The Christmas pirate.
Slash the pirate.
Well, it's actually an answer I didn't have listed. Mistletoe. No, I'm just kidding. It is. You're correct. It is seasonal affective disorder.
There we go, baby.
So, yeah, that's something you may, well, not you, but you, the listener, may have experienced as well during the darker, shorter winter months. A little bit of affective sadness as the sun goes away and the darkness comes to play.
Great rhyme. That would make me feel a lot better if I heard that more often. Thank you.
Is that a quality top hat, or is that like a costume top hat? I'm just wondering.
It's actually way too quality. I think my parents went to London. Actually, it says Los Angeles. It might be fake.
it says Hanoi. Yeah. All right.
Stupid. No.
Well,
It's
yeah, 'cause I
nice,
was
but
just
it's a little
wondering
too
if-
small for my head.
Yeah, I was wondering if we could cut out like headphone holes for it as
I know,
official
that's what
podcasting.
that's what I'm going to need to do. All right. I'm feeling good, though. I got one right.
All right. Question number 3. The Festival of Lights, celebrated in various cultures, often involves lighting candles. Which vitamin, synthesized in the skin with the help of sunlight, is crucial for immune function? All right.
I'm
this
just going
one-
to guess. I'm going to go without choices on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Can I do that? Is that
That's true.
brave? Can I try that?
I honestly have a ton of confidence in you for this question, and if there's any of them that you don't need the choices for, it would be this one.
Is it vitamin D for this one?
Correct. Vitamin D. Did you say vitamin E or D?
Wait, I said D. What did you say?
It is vitamin E. No, it is vitamin D.
I was like, no.
Let you
all that
gloat for a
dancing.
bit.
Yeah, that was mean. That was just mean.
All right, that's 2 for 3, Gordy. So only one
All right,
more
let's
to
go.
get correct over the next 2. All right.
Let's go.
Eggnog. Question 4. Eggnog, a popular
right.
holiday drink, contains eggs and milk, among other things. Which nutrient found in eggnog is essential for brain health? A. Omega. See what I did there? 3 omega-3 fatty acids. B. Choline. C. Magnesium. D. Fiber.
Oh, so egg puns. Eggs puns.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna go with omega. Wait a second. This is tough for me because choline. I'm gonna go with omega-3 fatty acids. No, it's not in there. I'm gonna go with choline. B. Choline.
Are you sure?
No. But I'm gonna go with it.
All right. Wow. Well, good pivot last second. You are correct. The answer is B, choline.
Yeah, I had to really think about omega-3s. I'm like, no, they're not in there. I don't think they're in milk.
Yeah, so choline, yeah, really brief. So it is, I mean, it's tough because technically, like, a lot of these things are important for brain health and brain function, and they're not found in very significant levels in eggs. But yeah, choline is the precursor to acetylcholine, which is the neurotransmitter involved in a ton of different functions.
Oh,
Everything
ACH,
from, like,
right?
Yep. So
Oh, yeah,
everything
old
from
friend.
the neurotransmitter synthesis, cell membrane integrity, methylation reactions. So yep, that is the one. All right. Well, you've already won in terms of me having. I have to speak Elvish, I guess. All right, but number 5, just to bring it home and get a healthy 4 out of 5, also 8 out of 10, also 80% on this quiz. Gingerbread is a classic holiday treat. Which health benefit is ginger traditionally known for? And I'm not going to give you answers on this one
No,
because
this is
we
a
did
good
a
one.
ginger episode.
Ginger episode was great. I'm guessing if it was available, I was going to say it's going to be an anti-inflammatory effects or something about like stomach soothing, like GI soothing, something like that. And I think maybe both of them even are related to their anti-inflammatory effects to some degree. In
Wonderful.
the gingerol or whatever it's called, right?
If our listeners have been paying half as good attention as you, they basically have their medical degrees. Yeah. So yeah, reducing nausea is the one I have here. But yeah, there are a bunch of, shout out Ginger episode, a bunch of potential health effects. All right, 4 out of 5, not bad, and that is enough.
All
For
right,
a little
Zed.
bit of Elvish.
Give it
All
to
right,
us.
so I think this is from the movie in the Fellowship of the Ring. And yeah, it's Arwen's line, and yeah, I forget why I memorized it. But it was definitely funny at some point. But she's talking to Frodo.
It's funny now.
It was funny then too. It killed then. And I honestly don't remember what it means, but here we go.
Yep.
Frodo, nin Arwen, talinatan, lastobeth nin toro de nangalad. And there you go.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
Happy Christmas
Dude, that
from Arwen.
Take a bow. Take a bow. Beautiful. Well done. Well done, Zed. Well done.
I
Now I'm gonna end that cheering.
I forget how elves bow, but
Did your
I
brother
really
do this too with you, or were you the cool one in the family?
I think you know the answer. It was me and my buddy, and then I remember. So that movie came out my 8th grade, and I remember my math teacher always talking about the elf babage in that movie because Arwen was just apparently an elf babe. So yeah,
I thought Arwen was a guy. I haven't got to Arwen yet.
core memory for me, obviously, but you'll get there. Future core memory for you.
I'll text you, man. I'll be like 3 a.m. like Arwen. I get it, dude. I get it.
I get it. All right.
Yeah,
well, that's the fun quiz.
That was pretty fun.
But yeah. Okay.
No, yeah, I was just saying that was just a good time. We don't really. That's it. No, but of our plan stuff. But yeah, it was fun to even talk about or even touch on the ginger one because I did want to say like I was curious to ask you which of our episodes do you think that you've thought of the most, or like have there been any episodes in particular? And I can let you think about it for a second too. Mm-hmm. But for me, while you give that some thought, I think I feel like the ginger one actually has been. I think I've had ginger almost every day in my tea since that episode. I think the microplastics one was is a eye opener. And the mouth tape, the most more recently in the past month, the mouth tape episode. I've really been digging the mouth tape. So those are I think the 3 that was really cool for me. The ones I was like super, all about.
Yeah, in terms of I think those are probably tops for me too in terms of change of behavior. Like mouth tape I've been doing for a while. What was the first one? The ginger. Yeah, I've been putting ginger now in my smoothie like every day, pretty much daily for a while. So that was a behavior change one. Mm-hmm. A little bit placebos from our placebos episode in terms of kind of like mind frame and like totally. Kind of perception of the world.
Yeah,
just
that's a big one. Actually, I thought about this morning, like just coming. Like, getting ahead of this and just being like, if we're going to have fun, if we're going to tell ourselves we're going to have fun today, it's going to be fun today. If it's going to be like, this is going to be so, it's just totally. I really do. That's a good one. I forgot about that.
And then let's see, the microplastics, a big one too. Like that's something I tried to be conscious about before, but I think even more so now is just nice having some of those concrete substitutions and things you can do. I went a little crazy, gave ourselves a self Christmas gift and got like the stainless steel Vitamix pitcher instead of the plastic one.
Yeah, I was thinking like, that. Nice.
Yeah, putting like 2 horsepower's worth of frozen berries through this like plastic pitcher every day probably isn't helping.
That's cool though. That's going to be a fun little thing.
Yeah, and when I was picking it up from the package center, the guy was like, "Wow, Vitamix, huh? These are really expensive." I was like, yeah, I know. It sucks.
and then you just huddled up outside. You're like, "Hey, you're just waiting for the bus now because that Vitamix money next year." Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dude, totally, I agree.
Oh yeah, and I was gonna say last one, more recent, is actually the bad breath episode. When we learned about those old toothbrushes with the pig's hair bristles.
Mm-hmm. Did you get some?
Yeah, got some. Actually, no, got this toothbrush that has. I'm not even sure what the bristles are made out of. It could be pig's hair for all I know, but I find that it's much better for brushing my tongue with. So yeah, I've been.
Dude, well, you got to report back with whatever the heck you're brushing your tongue with. What fur?
Yeah, I should have brought the box out. I'll try to figure it out. Hopefully it is pig's hair.
Hopefully it's not polar bear liver or something that's going to give you vitaminosis.
No, I don't think that would be nearly abrasive enough.
No, yeah. Well, you've never had a polar bear liver rubbed against your teeth before. It's quite an abrasive feeling.
As long as you spit it out, you should be fine.
And what I actually so next year, I'm excited. We got some good ones. I'm excited to do an alcohol episode because that's one that I've been like, and I'm segueing this because this weekend I had I'm in Kansas City right now. I had all my Christmas events, and all my family Christmas events with my dad, and then with my Latvian family. Went to the Chiefs game, but I haven't been drinking as much for the past year. Just really like hardly at all. And traditions are traditions. I'm not on some Carrie Nation teetotaler crusade necessarily right now. I have to wait for my episode. For the alcohol episode before I ruin everyone else's time.
Episode.
Before I come in with an axe at the family Christmas and just like start breaking all the bottles. I'm like, no, I'm saving you. So yeah, these so been good this year, Zed. Santa, I've been good.
Duly noted.
So I mentioned this to you. But so my family's Latvian, and we drink aquavit, which is this Scandinavian spirit that we also produce in Latvia, and it's like this great potato grain. It's really flavored with caraway, anise, and just all these like spices and stuff like that, and citrus peels. And we just do shots of them. We just like throughout the brunch. Yeah, you know that's good. Miss Pig Toothbrush over there.
Does it taste kind of spicy, or what's the taste like?
Tastes like anise. I would say it's like citrusy vodka with like rye bread mixed with vodka, I guess would be the best way to do it, and an orange peel. It's not that, it's better than I like it more than just like a vodka. But again, not really liking it either. Really, but it's a fun tradition, and we make toasts and we do our shots and everything like that. And so I guess hadn't been drinking in a while, and then so after the Christmas brunch and the traditions, the next day, Hallie, my wife, was looking through her phone and came across these videos that she had taken of me, and and I thought that as my Christmas gift to you that I would share these, because these were towards the end of the night. And I just want to show you what not drinking for a while and then doing having some aquavit shots with your family will do. So, I'm ready for this. All right. So the first one was this. You'll see. All right. Well, we're gonna take a bit longer. Hey, now sing it out, give me that hand. Everybody, you got another video? Oh my god.
So like the blues like play on the magnum of red wine.
My brother just standing there. It's like, all right, well, I'm gonna grab a Ziploc of pizza and head out. Just screaming.
I was tapping my foot though, and you look good too.
Hallie was like, "What song are you singing?" I'm like, "I don't know, made it up. It's bluegrass inspired." I was like, all right.
Half. What's the thing where they like half auctioneer, half bluegrass?
Yeah, exactly. There's a huge overlap in those demographics in this people, for sure. You got to recognize that. But that wasn't the only one, Zed. There was another one that surfaced, and let me just play. This one's a real gem, and super proud of it.
Wow! Honestly, the form.
What you need to really look at is you gotta look at how much if you can see how much my face, I'm concentrating. I'm taking it very seriously.
And you stick the landing too.
And I knew it. And I knew I stuck the landing.
You did know it.
I couldn't even hold my smile back. I was like, oh, people are talking.
That's the gymnast landing off of the pole vault off of the vault and just like sticking it in the big smile. Like nailed it. What shoes are you wearing?
Yeah, good question. They're these like red. They're kind of like something that you would. It's hard to describe these. They're like ruby red slippers, essentially.
I think you described them really well.
Yeah, quite garish. My mom gave them to me like a long time ago, and I don't have a ton of clothes back home, and so they're like my go-to every Christmas. And maybe I've been running more or something, but like I really embraced the tappiness, the clacketiness of them, and everyone else did too.
Yeah, they kind of a little bit of like Santa Claus Christmas clog vibes, but amazing. And I was gonna say this is what they call in Hollywood a multi-threat. This guy can sing, he can dance, he can podcast. Yeah, what can't you do?
Yeah, what can he do? There's a few things that, and we'll get into that on our New Year's resolution episode next week. I think that'll be fun. Next week we gotta do a little New Year's resi.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's lock them in and let the listener hold us accountable.
Yeah, yeah, but don't be mean.
We both thrive with positive encouragement.
Oh, and Zed and to listeners, I want to tease this, use a little bit of our time and tease something I'm doing, but I wanted, starting January 1st, smartest year ever, doing a daily podcast. Back in 2010, I did a daily trivia blog book about a fact or some little thing I've learned, just basically just being curious throughout the day. They're not necessarily even like clean facts. Sometimes they're word origins or just some misunderstanding of the world or a word. And just my way of interpreting that and sharing it with you. And so I'll do that daily, ideally starting out January 1st, putting the pressure on myself. This is good as accountability measure. And so look forward to that daily. So once that launches, I'm sure we'll let you know on our socials if that's cool. And then we will have that daily and keep doing this weekly, and we'll be rocking. It'll be a fun year.
Oh, I'm so glad you're doing it, and genuinely so excited. I remember reading your old blog version, and I don't know, like, it's just I've gotten used to you in the audible setting of podcasting, but I know I remember your writing's always so fun and tight. And I'm looking forward to you translating that to a daily thing, as well as weaponizing it in quizzes where I test you on the facts that you've talked about in the past.
Oh, thank you. I will weaponize. I appreciate that. It's accountability measures.
Yep.
That's the accountability measures. But Zed, you don't hear the music right now because we're using this episode also to test out the fact that I'm going to add music to post. But let's pretend that music is working. So even if it doesn't work, whatever, people. Just know that I tried. Hey, Zed, you know what that music means? It's Christmas music. Do you notice that it's kind of a Christmas-themed music? Wow. The public domain just doesn't end.
Actually, I'm not hearing any music.
Oh, do you remember the preamble? Let's take this from the top. No, but Zed, I have a special Fastfire Questions for you that is holiday-themed.
All right.
Gordy and Zed's Fastfire Questions.
Yeah, I can't hear you over the music that I hear.
There you go. There we go. There you go. And Zed, you know, with the Fastfire Questions, our first question is, would you rather?
Would you rather?
Zed, would you rather have to sing really, really loud every time you hear Christmas music, just like obnoxiously loud, just like scream, like, you know, yell screaming or yells singing, I guess. You know, kind of like this. Wait, here we go. Special appearance.
You so got that.
No, but so you have to yell, sing music. If you're out in public, anywhere you go into a coffee shop, a gym, anywhere it's playing, you're just yell singing. Or would you rather have to yell just once, turn it off, bah humbug, super loudly every time you hear Christmas music? Either way, you're gonna yell and you're gonna be noticeable, and like you're not gonna be skating through life anymore, Zed.
Damn it to hell. All right. Do you remember when we incorporated, for some reason, Good King Wenceslas into our like swim team cheers in college?
Yes. I was talking about this song at that Latvian because people were like, "What is this word?" And I was like, "Wences." I mean, I can't say it, but I was like, "Oh, Wenceslas, Wenceslas, Good King Wenceslas, Wenceslas." Yeah. So yes, I do remember.
Yeah, that's what that made me think of. All right. Anyways, I couldn't really remember the origin of
that
why
song.
That started.
Reminds me of your brother singing that.
Yeah,
he's got a big voice for that.
That Love Actually scene where they're singing it.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, assuming that I have the same voice that I do now, which is bad, I think the upside is still better with the loudly singing along to the Christmas music, because at least people are like, oh, jolly guy, he's just into the holiday spirit. It just, I feel like, is a more positive vibe out into the world that breeds, hopefully, mostly just like likewise happiness.
I agree.
Depending on how bad it is. Whereas like if I have to scream turn off bah humbug, like best case scenario, I get a couple laughs, but then I just feel isolated.
Yeah. In a way, though, screaming ball humbug is a bit festive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're really mad, would you like if you really hated Christmas? It's like a unfortunate error. It's an unfortunate error to use the term ball humbug. Then, out of all the phrases you could use to express your displeasure, if you had to go with those, seems like you kind of follow Christmas a little bit.
That's true. Dialed into the Christmas scene.
It's like interesting. It seems to know a little too much about Christmas.
And you could really embrace the character too, and just kind of have this whole Scrooge bit. And yeah, people love Scrooge.
Do they? Do they like throw a nickel at a kid or something? I don't know. Something good. He's Scrooge, right? He's a duck. All right, Zed, it is time for our next question, which is: which would you rather spend time with in a giant terrarium?
Which would you rather spend time with in a giant terrarium?
Favorite question.
I've actually heard that a couple of times this week. 10 elves, but you're able to communicate them with your language that you speak. Is that Elvish that you were speaking earlier at the top? Is that Elvish? Elvin?
I think you'll just have to read on to find out.
Sounds like you forgot. All right, 10 elves.
Just like scrambling through my textbooks.
There it is, textbooks. When would you go to school?
What? Because elves had iPads. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. My elvish literature is on my iPad. God.
I'm so sorry. That was so dumb of me. Sid, would you rather spend time in a giant terrarium with 10 elves who want to kill you? This question is so messed up for you because you think of elves as like some like majestic being that you probably had crushes on your entire life versus like I'm thinking of Christmas elves. All right, so let's take Lord of the Rings out of it. I know this is hard, and I'm so sorry. All right, 10 Christmas elves, like little, like Santa's sleigh. Like we got a hammer, and we're gonna make shoes, and we got an order of shoes. 10 elves who want to kill you, or one reindeer who is indifferent. But like he might kill you. But you know, he's not like a docile reindeer. He's just a reindeer,
wild reindeer.
And he's a dude reindeer.
All right,
and he's in it, and he's wanting to rut.
It's a good turn, Rudolph.
Rut-nosed reindeer.
I think I'm going. I think. Even best case scenario, if the elves didn't want to kill me, which they do, I think it would be super annoying. And then they do want to kill me, which is probably even more annoying and potentially deadly. I think I'm going the reindeer because I kind of envisioning it that I'm on my end of the terrarium, he's on his, and we just kind of lock eyes across the clearing, and we both kind of nod in a mutual respect.
Yeah, it's kind of like, good morning.
Morning. That was a really good reindeer snort.
Yeah, thanks. That was fun.
And then we just kind of go on our day.
I actually really like that, and I have a really good reindeer fact for you in our next question. The one that is not a question. It is time for STD.
Shock the duck.
Well, Christmas STD for you, Zed. In the Arctic and Siberian regions, shamans historically consumed the Amanita muscaria mushroom, which you can see here probably if I decide to add a picture there. It is a bright red mushroom with white spots, often depicted in Christmas decorations. Also the one that is in like Mario. It's very pop culture. It's very like the stereotypical mushroom. And just while researching this, I learned that apparently due to its pop culture popularity, it's led to a lot of toxic ingestions by children and stuff. You're like, ooh, Super Mario, like da-na-na-na-na-na.
Wow, it really works.
Yeah, but so these mushrooms then, they are hallucinogenic and toxic, as I mentioned. So the shamans would detoxify them by feeding them to reindeer. Reindeer have the unique ability to metabolize the mushrooms, leaving the psychoactive compounds intact in their urine, but removing the toxins. The shamans would then collect and drink the reindeer's urine to experience the effects without the toxins. And how does this tie into Santa, you may ask? Well, so this is kind of cool. some researchers and anthropologists have speculated that stories of flying reindeer may have originated from the visions induced by this Amanita muscaria psychedelic mushroom. And so also the mushroom's colors align with Santa's iconic red and white suit. Plus, the shamans were said to deliver these gifts while wearing red and white cloaks and entering homes through chimneyways due to snow-covered roofs and snow-covered entryways blocking the entrances to doors. So I thought that was a fascinating theory, at least. It is worth noting that this connection is just a theory proposed by anthropologists, and it's not universally accepted. But so while some anthropologists do see that connection between the story, others argue that the idea may be more speculative than factual. Blah, 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 it's not real, whatever. But regardless, I think it's a colorful and fascinating lens through which to view the Santa tradition and the Santa image that we know. I thought that was a cool little shock the doc.
That is super fascinating. That makes me think. What episode was it we were talking about those people? Oh, I think it was the breathing episode about the people who just kind of kept doubling and quadrupling down on their lies about
breatharianism.
Breatharianism.
Yeah,
it's kind of made me think about this Siberian guy who goes on this mushroom trip, and his wife finds him in the morning, sprawled amongst the reindeer, covered in chimney soot, and he's just doubling, tripling down on this story of oh yeah, I'm actually this gift giver.
Yeah.
I fly around and give gifts down chimneys, and she's
reindeer pee. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Can't get enough. They're here's some right now. They're really? Thank you. Oh, it's awesome. This is my thing. Can't catch me without it.
I can actually only drink it in the mountains, but otherwise I would.
Yeah, exactly. Can't do it in the city.
Yeah. No. Wow. Well,
this is fun.
That makes me think we should do a little field trip. The boys go to Siberia and try reindeer pee.
Hey, I'm down. We can get some good, probably some good dancing, some tap dancing videos in there. Hey, I can't wait until you are in nearby me, and then we could really put together some good dance content. So at least we got some social content for this week for you there, courtesy of Hallie Jenkins' video. And Seth, thanks for chatting with me on this Christmas Eve. This is a really fun time talking with you. I missed you.
No, had a blast. Miss you and see you in person soon. And happy holidays to all the listeners. And hey, here's a little toast of reindeer pee to you all out there. Cheers.
Oh, great. Thank you guys. We'll be back with our normal schedule next Monday. And listen each week on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Rate and review us, please. New episodes available early Monday morning. Give us 5 stars. We love that. At goingthroughhealth.podcast on Instagram. Give us a follow. Any questions, concerns, email us at gordyandz@gmail.com. And look out for Smartest Year Ever on January 1st. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Zed, thank you, my man.
Turn it off. Bah humbug.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, this is Zed. This podcast is intended solely for general informational purposes and does not represent the provision of medical advice or the practice of any professional healthcare services. No clinician-patient relationship is formed. Nice try. And the use of the information provided or materials linked is at the user's own risk. The content of this podcast is not meant to replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Users should seek medical advice for any health issues they may have and should consult their healthcare providers for any such concerns.